all of it seems like we're not getting a full picture of what exactly it was that happened.
A 17-year-old Michigan girl vanishes after running away from home, only to reappear months later, engaged to a 44-year-old stranger.
Because this guy would have to be one of the most sophisticated groomers and coercers that exist to get her. This is clearly not the first time this individual has targeted someone in a very vulnerable state, either emotionally or physically.
We're taking a closer look at the case, starting with what led up to the girl's disappearance.
We have to remember that she was 17 years old, so she's still developing the coping resources necessary to manage having conflicts like this.
Plus, a closer look at what happened during those 2 months when she willingly lived with the older man.
In order to keep her from leaving him, you would need to be able to convince her that he is the only person that loves her.
And perhaps the most important question of all, why didn't she leave?
It can be very confusing from the outside to think, well, if she's able to leave, then why doesn't she just run and say that she was being abused, that this guy was holding her captive? Because in her mind, she wasn't being held captive, that this guy wasn't abusing her.
To make sense of the case, I reached out to psychologist Dr. John Delatorre.
Someone who's already vulnerable in that position doesn't necessarily need a tremendous amount of grooming, but it would take someone who is sophisticated and confident enough in the grooming that they have done previously to get her in a vulnerable state to go with him.
The case begins on Friday, May 31st in Cedar Springs, Michigan, about 3 hours northwest of Detroit. At about 6 o'clock that evening, 17-year-old Penelope Wise, who goes by the nickname Penny, left her family's home after getting into a disagreement with her parents. We know that this is a 17-year-old girl, got into some sort of argument or disagreement with her parents, which as a former 17-year-old girl, I know is somewhat normal. But she decides to run off. What goes into the process of this, somebody deciding to flee their house and actually leave for an extended period of time?
Well, you're right. We have to remember that she was 17 years old, so she's still developing the coping resources necessary to manage having conflicts like this. And obviously conflicts for a 17-year-old, whether it's boy, girl, trans, whoever it is either going to be with the parents or it's going to be with someone at the school. So it's really kind of contained into what exactly it is that you're going to be able to do as the 17-year-old. And for her, it probably just felt like the only thing that she can do is just take off. She's clearly not thinking all that well. Right? She's just in an argument. So she takes off. She maybe expects to cool down, whatever it is that she thinks that she's going to do. I don't know that she planned to end up where she ends up.
The last time Penny was seen was at about midnight on June 1st. Penny was caught on security camera video walking near a bar in Rockford, Michigan, about 12 miles south of her family home. Also of note, she was alone in the video. Almost right away, the search for Penny began. The Rockford Department of Public Safety said it conducted extensive searches with the help of rescue volunteers, U.S. Marshals, and even the FBI.
Wow, this is like, what am I filming on a potato?
How did everybody miss her? I mean, we have the FBI on the case and they still didn't find her. Do you have any ideas behind that?
I mean, I don't exactly know how much resources these law enforcement, there's a lot that's going on in society right now. I don't know how much resources they're devoting to someone like this. We see later about the criminal charges issues. I think that they're in a position where, in this jurisdiction at least, someone who's 17 years old may have more authority and agency to do things just based on the laws on the books than someone who was 16 years or younger. So it might be something where they felt that their hands were tied already. So there was only so many things that they would have been able to do in order to look for her.
My muscles are sore.
Penny was missing for 50 days in all, and during that time, she was living with a 44-year-old man who she apparently met the very night she ran off. We're not listing the man's name publicly because he hasn't been charged with any crimes. So at 2 o'clock in the morning, she ends up meeting this stranger who she previously hadn't known. And to me, from the jump, that's kind of a red flag to meet this much older gentleman at 2 o'clock in the morning, but ends up going off with him. I mean,
That little girl's never gonna be the same now.
Because obviously she's at a different
She's had a fucking live-in relationship now. She'll never be listening to her parents again.
What do you think of this initial encounter?
I think he's specifically. I don't necessarily.
I was talking on the TV.
Why we think that he's a complete stranger. I don't like this because this guy would have to be one of the most sophisticated groomers and coercers that exist to get
You go
her.
with him.
Again, now yes, she's probably in a highly emotional state, but still,
Yeah. He's just
the
sick.
way
He's
that
got a
he's
bad
able to
belly.
interact with
He
her
wouldn't
and
take you in the car
convince
if you
her
wasn't
to
sure.
go with him suggests a level of familiarity with doing this. This is clearly not the first time this individual has targeted someone in a very vulnerable state, either emotionally or physically, probably through different chemicals like alcohol and drugs, something like that, or someone that is targeted just because they're significantly younger than him.
You mentioned grooming, and this is something that first jumped into my mind too, just specifically because of the instances that it was at 2 a.m., but then also because she's a vulnerable girl who is 17. Do you think that played a role, the grooming?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Grooming, we have to remember, is a breaking down of psychological barriers. Now, her barriers are already down because she's in an emotionally vulnerable state, having just had the argument with her parents. She just left home, so she's clearly angry, upset, right? She's feeling down about herself, but also she's 17 years old, so she doesn't really have the strength of boundaries that one would expect if they were an adult and had already lived a lot of years and experienced a lot of issues. That
I would be mindful of that.
So,
but if your dad says he feels good, and he's good. You're good.
I'll
figure and I'll clean up the
doesn't
house.
necessarily need a tremendous amount of grooming, but it would take someone who is sophisticated and
You
confident
just wanna,
enough
like,
in
veg
the-
out,
in the
but you need to
grooming
get out of the
that they have
house.
done previously
Well,
to
I
get
don't.
her in a vulnerable state. To
Well,
go
tell
with
Daddy that
During
let him
her
know. Like, say it's
months
nothing
away,
personal, but I
Penny's
don't want to go.
family
It's that I don't want to go with you. It's that
created
I just feel
flyers
like hanging out
and
at home.
a Facebook page, Bring Penelope home.
He's not going to
Is
get
it
mad.
possible
He's not going to get
she
upset, and he's not going to get his feelings hurt. He's a grown up. He
parents
understands that there are certain
potentially,
things that
or these
you know.
stories came up
He's
to
not going to
her
take it personally.
and she just ignored it
Yeah.
and decided to stay
I've
with
been
this stranger?
What are you about to ask
I've
me?
been bugging myself about
I don't
this.
think so.
Trying
If
to
this
hold
guy
it in
was
and
totally a
not to say
complete
this.
stranger, again,
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
not
Go to
convinced
you.
of that just yet.
I
But
want
if
to
he
go
was a total
to
and complete stranger and was
Oh,
able
I don't have
to
the
get
money right now, baby.
No,
But yes, we can definitely
my
do that.
dad
It took
and
several
me
minutes.
could go because
Then more
they
than
were
likely you
gone
would know to
long
keep her
time.
Daddy doesn't
isolated
have the
from
money right
everything.
now either.
So
No,
no
we
TVs,
weren't
no
buying
radios, no internet.
Well, there's no
nothing,
point in
no
going
phones.
if you're not going to buy stuff.
Like a minifig costs like 50 cents, and I have like $2.
But you never go for a
minute.
minifig. You always ask for something more than your budget even. So if you're given $1, you ask for something $5, and you say, please, please, I'll pay you back, please, please, please. So it's just better to set ourselves up for success.
Look, how about I have a $2 budget, and then I'll get like 5 minifigs.
So what do you think
Something along
happened during
those
those
lines.
2 months? I know that you mentioned potentially she was isolated.
Talk to your dad about that, baby. Talk to your dad about that. I personally do not believe that your behavior has been good enough to warrant something like that. But you have been really good today. So
it's hard because you would think that physical abuse and sexual abuse would be the most
I'll give him $1.
things, but I think for sure emotional and psychological abuse, in order to keep her from leaving him, you would need to be able to convince her that he is the only person.
I have some money. I can give you. I have a couple of dollars. I can give him a Josh.
Physically, you
I have like $5.
coerce the
So I have
person.
$5
You have to
budget.
make them think
He
that
said
they
minifigs
want
are
that
like
it's
$4.
their idea.
Okay, yeah, I can do like $5.
They're not
That really
$4.
doesn't
No, I can do
physically
$5.
They're like-
happen psychologically.
There's like a
I think
couple of
there
dollars
was
in
a
my
lot of
Cash
sort
App,
of this
so I can. There's a
pseudo-love,
couple dollars there,
right, that
and
one could call
I haven't
love
transferred it over
bombing,
yet.
right? These
It's
kinds
just
of
sitting
things
there.
where he's devoting a lot
It's
of
only a couple.
attention to her to make her
I only
believe
bumped
that
into
I know.
she's the
It's
only
tablets,
one
so
in
please be
his
careful.
life.
It's only a couple of dollars, so I didn't transfer it over because I didn't want to incur the fee. So I think there's like enough to give you $5 and for you to actually receive it out of that account. So
Wait, hold on. I have an idea. How about you let me and my dad take your card, then I can spend $5 at the place.
Okay.
As you said,
It's a better idea.
Yeah.
If we learn learned down the line that they actually had a prior relationship, or at least knew each
I
other.
just broke my
I think it's probably going
face.
to be a little
Straight
bit
back.
more complicated than that. It's
Don't
certainly
twist that
possible
hair.
that
Dad still
he
haven't done the
was
crystal
initiating sort of
growing
social media contacts and
thing.
stuff like that.
5 and
Phone
1
is going to be
thing. We
of
still
the
haven't done
utmost
it.
importance
Right
when
here.
looking at why this
Oh, yeah.
ended up
We
happening.
still haven't done
But
it.
it's also possible that he
So there's
created a
5
different
crystals.
profile that wasn't him, right? That when he approached her, it was as if he was like some
There are.
relation to this other
couple
person
that
that
I
she
wanna-
thought she was interacting
Guess what
with
those 2 are, Mom?
So I'm
In
not
this
sure that she
package,
knew it was
Guess which
him
2 I want to
totally.
make.
I think he was manipulating
Well, you can do
her
that today
in
when you
some
get back.
other way
Sure, but
online, and then
guess
was
which
able to
ones I
finally
want to do?
Whichever one it lets you.
get whoever's her phone.
No,
Was her
no,
phone
no.
on
There's
her
5
this
you can
entire
make.
time that she's been gone?
Are you sure?
Yeah,
You already looked
it
in
says
there?
5 and 1 right here.
That,
Oh,
did she disconnect?
what is that noise?
After this
Someone
argument?
screaming?
What exactly
No,
was it's happening? 'Cause
Yeah,
how
but
would
it's
he know
Dorian.
where she is if she didn't have contact with
How
him?
is
And if
this
he is
open?
this kind of just, he's
Ah,
absolutely
fingers.
I'm sorry.
a stranger, someone that she didn't
I'm
even
sorry.
know. That this guy has a long history of doing these kinds of things. Maybe he has a criminal record, maybe
See?
he doesn't, but there are a lot of other
1
cases that would be similar
crystal.
to this that he's
Cool.
Penny was
Crystal.
found on Sunday, July
A little
21st.
These are all the
plant
seeds?
box. Yeah,
Crystal
those
seed,
2
crystal
seeds.
seed. You get a bunch of them.
Yeah, you get 5. Whatever this is.
Tree so that you can make the crystal tree.
And we talked about this too.
No,
if
the
you
crystal
like to
tree.
capture
There's a
This is the
Christmas tree. Look on the middle.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, yeah.
And you all.
This is so
cute! I want it.
Yes. Why? I don't know.
It's so cute.
Well, you can have the crystal when it's done with it. You can have this and the crystal.
Okay, well, we're not going to get all this out now. Look, here's the one you want. This is the one you want.
No.
It's the one.
It
One you said you wanted to do.
This is the one I said.
That's the tree.
Yeah, I want
Oh,
this
okay.
tree and this pot.
Okay, well, let's get all this back in
Well,
here for
let's
now.
see if there's actually enough crystals to do it.
Stop pulling it all out.
There's only 2 crystals.
And that's the
That's
sophistication.
a bummer. It says 5 and 1.
Yeah,
but
but it's
there's
green,
only
which is
2.
awesome because that's what you want. And I'm sure that there's more to it than that. Maybe it's just these are just different types. Go put this on the counter in the kitchen so that I can put it all in the counter in the kitchen and where I will. You don't have to cram it or close the box. We're gonna do it today.
If he is
We'll
a
do it
stranger
after we
again,
come back
I'm harping
from
back on
Yep.
this word. This is
Yep,
the
exactly.
only time that he's done this thing to someone else.
But when authorities
Why
finally
do we
caught up
add?
with Penny, she
We're
delivered
doing a
some
loop because my
shocking
mom's
news.
giving me $5.
Another curious
and
aspect of
If
the
he
case is
says
that
it's
when
okay.
eventually she is found,
It's okay
news
with you.
breaks that they're apparently
You
engaged.
said
This 17-year-old
okay.
girl and this
Like this.
44-year-old
Okay.
man.
So he
which
was
is
like
really what's making
resigned.
headlines because you don't often
like
hear
beaten
about that
down.
from a high school age
You can't do that to your
student.
dad.
I didn't beat him down. I only asked.
If he sounds like, if he says fine with a sad tone, that means that he doesn't really want to do
She
it.
didn't say fine. She said okay.
What he's doing is okay.
Elliot,
Right? He's convincing her of his
people speak a
love
lot more with their tone
She's believing
and
it,
Our
here's an
Tic
example
Tacs are-
of right, the ring on her finger is the example of his undevoted love, of his
Look at
undying
this.
love for her, and her
Look.
not being
Hmm.
sophisticated in manipulation techniques and
Ooh.
tactics used
What?
by men.
Dang!
She fell victim to
That-
those things.
That's
and
Tony
this
Stewart
shows
right
her
there.
vulnerable
You know what we're
state.
gonna
And
do?
Got a man
You know what we're
with a
gonna
rookie
do?
card.
You know what we're
That's
gonna
just
do?
kind of maybe
Make a
what
right
she had
turn.
expected for her
And then
life.
you know what
Maybe
we're
that's
gonna
what she
do?
was being taught. So
Make
she
it
fell victim
Another
to
left
to
turn.
those
It's not
traps.
right, it's left.
Officials with the Kent County
We're going
Sheriff's
fast
Office
and we're
said
going
Penny
left.
reunited with her
Look,
parents
I also got a
immediately
man
after
rookie
she was
card.
found.
That's not a rookie
On
mantle
Monday,
rookie
they told
card.
local news outlets, quote, "We
Well,
can't
whatever
really
it
get
This is
into
a
what
Scott
she's in custody
Champiarino.
He
because
saw
she
this
is
real
a
card
juvenile
last year.
still in the eyes of the
Oh,
law.
itching on the side of my face. I'm scared to touch this dust.
No, 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 it's
We're
not.
just
I know,
like
it
that
is, though.
service
I'm scared to touch it.
where
Hold
she
on.
makes it back home. But it's still unclear what's ahead for her now fiance. I don't know what the contact situation is going to be with this guy, but what do you
Bob Jeff
expect for the
gave you
future of
some.
their so-called relationship?
Kenny
Is it going to take a while for her to
Bernstein.
do this potential grooming?
By the way, I also got a
honestly, it's going to be
limited
whether or not she
edition
even sees it.
collectible
I mean,
driver of
there's
the
nothing to
year,
suggest that
Johnny
she-
Force,
that she is
1990.
okay
Is
with
that
being
right?
a
They
rapist.
have
I mean, it's
taken
certainly
over
possible that
the
this guy was
racing
still
world
trying to
too.
convince her
Those are rich.
Ooh, Johnny Force.
They're like 500.
Are examples of them not
John
taking her
Force,
seriously,
driver of
them
the
not
year,
believing that she was
1997
the
Mustang
real
funny
whatever
car.
it is that he was using.
Ready?
Holy cow,
whatever
Elliot,
it
look,
was
you
that
still
he
got
was
the things
using
on them
against her
still. You
with her
haven't,
parents.
you need to not
So,
open these for
it's
real.
really going to
These
be
are,
up to her to decide to see
so out of
what actually happened and what
11,580,
don't end up seeing what
you
happened. So,
have,
they fall victim again and again, and some people do, and they really struggle.
which number
Therapy
do
is
you
going to
have?
be helpful. Family therapy is
How do you
definitely
find
going
out
to be
which one it is?
necessary.
Oh, I know it.
It really is up to the individual as to what exactly it is
That's
that
cool.
she's going to
I love
have
that
for
Papa
the rest of
Jerry
her
is a
life. This
hanger-on
is
to
now
her.
the time
Oh,
that
this
she
is
gets
Papa
to
Jack
actually
doing
have
this one.
Oh, Papa
her
Jack,
own
same thing.
agency where she gets
me.
to choose what she wants to do moving forward, and hopefully
Ready?
her
All right,
parents
let's
are in a
see.
position to
Package has shrinking,
understand that people make
sadly,
mistakes,
onto it.
that this is a different finding of her
Number
as an
8.
individual, and hopefully they can move past whatever
Hey,
the argument was
you know who that
that
looks
her
like?
taking from before,
The actor
and get
from
her in a
Herbie.
position to feel safe.
It is that, because that is, baby. That's the racer. That's his real race car. He was in that movie because he was a real racer. What is his name, Josh? Number 8.
I don't know
The young
what
guy.
laws are for
I
this
mean, he ain't young
jurisdiction, whether
anymore.
or not the parents have to agree to something like this. With
What
him
is his
having
name,
criminal
Elliot?
charges, or impossible
Tony
that,
Stark.
No.
the parents don't have to
In the
agree
movie
that
it is.
if
No, it
she's
isn't.
17 years old, she gets to make the decision.
Dale
I
Earnhardt.
mean, it's,
No,
it's going to be
that's-
No, it says Dale
Oh.
Earnhardt Jr.
Oh, that's Earnhardt Jr. Yeah. Okay, I thought that was the other guy.
if there are no
That's not the
criminal
actor from that
charges
movie.
levied against
He
them.
might have been in it, but he's not the one that she like beats and then talks to. That's the other guy.
As of now, they likely won't be. So we talked about that, the no criminal charges, which is shocking to me. Why were charges not filed? What do you think?
It sounds like she's falling in this gray area of sort of adulthood.
I've almost got it down to
In
my
a lot of jurisdictions,
signs.
16 and younger
It's in my
tend to be
wallet.
a
Go get my
juvenile,
white
and
card.
then
Oh, we're not
anything
leaving
over
right now.
that, right? Anything
just
over the age of 18 is clearly the age of majority. So 17 kind of falls into this gray area where you could have already graduated from high school, so it's certainly possible that you are
Yeah, I know.
capable of making
You're only going back to my
decisions.
place so that you can go to Ryder's birthday.
Yeah, I
This
know,
isn't a
I
run
know,
like
I
she
know.
hasn't
Also, the
been
car
in a
show.
run.
And
So
I don't mind.
think
I don't
that
mind,
there's-
actually.
It's
That's good.
those few
The car
things
show?
that
You're doing.
gaps in the law that
50s.
really prevent
Oh,
these kinds
And
of
it's-
abuse victims
If we go to
actually
Ryder's,
getting
you
the
might be
justice that
camping
they need
in a
and getting
tent
the
over there
services
at their
that they
house for his
require.
birthday. That's what she said they're doing. It's like a camping party in the
Delatory
field.
says it's a bizarre story, but prompts
So,
a larger conversation.
we sleep
It
at
really
night
is
there.
this curious
You
thing
might
of her
In
falling
a
through the
tent. Yeah, I
cracks.
would stay with you
we
if you do
really have
outdoor
to
stuff.
look at
Well,
how
if I
we view
sleep
age and how
outside
we
in
view
tent,
development and how we view the laws that are supposed to be
I
in
want
place
you to go to the
protect
car
our children.
show that day
Children
while
remain
I'm at
children,
her
right?
house.
As a parent, children
and
remain
take
children
videos.
even when they're 35.
Well, if I'm going to go to the car
So
show, it's because
really
I
have to
can't
start
afford to go to the
thinking
car
about
show.
what
So
exactly
it
is
just
it that
depends
we
on whether or
want
not I
for our
have any
society
money.
to
Actually, it
protect our
depends
kids.
if
I
I
gotta get
don't
us all the way
sleep in a
home.
tent
To say
at
that
her
someone is
house.
willing
I
to
have
make
exactly. So you can literally only spend $5 because
it's
the rest on that
really up
card
to
has to get us gas to get back home.
And
And I
go to
think
the
there's-
car show.
There's only $20 on that card. So I have to count on the gas that I have in the truck already to get us home, and then I have to count on gas being at home when we get there, so the generator will run. And that's all I've got for like 2 days because there's just nothing I can do about it. So hopefully the a check will clear or something like that. And I'm really scared you're gonna slung back and hurt me or the computer. I probably shouldn't do this facing not that direction. Not that direction.
Children and a niece and nephew.
Thank you.
I
Stay
have
away from the
7
laptop.
details about what Brandon Kendrick's grandfather says happened
Baby, you're
and
making me
what
too
may have
nervous.
led him to do the unthinkable.
Don't
Welcome
turn
to
and go
Crime
towards the
Fix.
front
I'm
door.
Anjanette
Do not.
Levy.
You cannot.
Brandon Kendrick
Sorry,
faces
this is
5
because
counts
this
of
is not
capital
the way to do
murder
this.
for the
Let's
death of his wife Kelsey, their son Caleb, their daughter Kinley, and the children's cousins
Why would I want to
and
hurt you?
Haley Daniels.
I'm
The
trying to help
crime
you.
is
You
absolutely
gotta use your own balance, Elliot.
unimaginable.
You can't just lean on me and
Last
count on me.
Thursday was like any other summer night, with some exceptions, of course. Family members of Kelsey Kendrick told the Daily Mail that she was trying to be a supportive wife to Brandon Kendrick because of his mental health issues. Kelsey's Facebook page shows a number of posts that would lead you to believe she was not happy for many
You gonna start
months.
balancing yourself
She
though?
shared a video in April
Okay, where?
that said,
Can you
"No
pass me that
talks
roll?
about the guilt you feel when When you finally decide to leave someone you really love
Right there,
because they
on the other side
constantly
of the chair.
hurt you and
See
don't
that?
want to change.
Damn, I was
Kelsey
gonna
also
use
shared
this.
a TikTok video that started with,
Oh, I'm gonna
quote,
show
"A
you a
man
trick.
putting the victim in
Go
his
out
life
that way a
will
little
say
though.
these
Stay away from the
things to
laptop.
his
I don't need to
wife."
hurt Dad's
It's
laptop.
really sad because there are other
Right.
posts that
Can you
show
put a
that the
fan on?
couple was once very happy. In September
hot in
of
here.
2022, Kelsey
It's
wrote,
burning up.
"Happy anniversary to my person. 6 years ago, I fell for you, and 4 years ago today, we said forever and
Hold on, let
ever.
me turn this off. I don't want
Throughout
this just going
everything,
off
we
in the
have stuck
background
together
while you're in
side
the
by
room.
side.
Just hold on a second.
And 6 hard years and 2 beautiful
Just
babies
realize
later,
what's on the screen. I'm looking at you. You're balancing.
My hands. Whoa. Look at my
Look at
hands,
you.
Mom.
Whoa, dude, you're actually really balancing. Oop, here, I was gonna say. Baby, don't hurt me, please, for the love of God. My body is like, I'm balancing on my toes right now. I love you too, right? Hold me up. Hold on, I'm just gonna set something on the screen here, and then I can set it back down again. I wanna, like, have
I'm
something
hurting
to
my
listen
butt
to.
muscles. See?
Well, you probably shouldn't do that.
Look.
Please don't.
Look.
Please don't on the camera.
Look,
Please don't
though.
do this on the camera.
They can't see me.
Yeah,
All they
but
can
they
see
can hear
is
you,
this.
and they can infer. Just
Look,
please stop.
I'm sitting on the weights. The middle part's
touching-
hitting my
touching
butt
it.
bone.
Look.
Look. Mom, look.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing the book.
I see that.
Ow, ow, ow. Ow.
You see that? My phone was spinning, and so the sound was like. Watch. I'll show you. Watch. I'll do exactly what I did. Don't do it too hard, please. I don't want it to get broken. Or the computer. Listen, I'm fiscally responsible for that computer while it's in my possession. I told you about this a bunch. I get scared just to check. Huh. I see.
Come here. Walk over here.
Elliot, stop. Dude, why are you acting up? How come 5 minutes before you're about to go out the door, I've said you've been so well behaved today that I'm gonna totally give you $5 if you want to go to Bricks and Minifigs. Buddy, you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot. Seriously, like, let's consider this for a sec here. Good job, though. Oh, no, never mind.
Look.
What?
It's broken.
Good.
It's really...
He doesn't have to.
My dad said he's gonna take a needle and stab through it.
It will make a difference. The thing has to be taken out.
What?
The little valve that makes it actually speak. Elliot, grab. You don't have shorts on. You're not ready to go at all. No, you're not. Those are, you got, I know, I put you.
There you go. What's meaning for?
What? Hold on, babe. What is it in your pocket? That'll be the last stop, probably, Elliot. That's how things usually go, and you know that. No early stay. I love you. You got a tie bow? Or a hat? Bye. Welcome home. It's quiet in here because I have it on slow. Yeah, I have it turned sideways and everything. I put slow mode on before I even go live. But I forgot that when I do the laptop, it does it on sideways mode. So it'll keep it like seriously to subscribers only, just like this, which is fine with me right now. So it's kind of like a members only chat. Because no one else gets notified. I just wanted it. I'm not in the mood to deal with the bullshit. Oh, I don't know what to do with myself. I keep forgetting all the stuff that I'm like learning, and I lately will find a story or something will pop up with my camera right now because it's gone. I've been like catching like moves in my YouTube shorts because YouTube serves me exactly what I want. So grateful, but I've been getting some really good stories with like exercise stuff and like the kind of, it's tailor suited to what I want. I want stretches that also build muscle. So like I want to stretch, and while I'm stretching, I want to be trying to exercise. I want to be building muscle in a stretched position, you know, like I want to increase my flexibility.
Guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy.
Nothing. I'm going back home tomorrow in the morning. I'm gonna pack tonight. I'm gonna try to. I would like to be. I was hoping I could get some laundry done here, but can't afford it. And I'm gonna have to like just save the couple bucks that I have. I was able to find cash for Elliot in my purse. It was a little bit cash in my purse, so I didn't have to give him my card, which is great, because then that little couple of dollars in the account can like go towards gas.
Is it true? Does Kamala Harris actually fix all of Joe Biden's problems, or in this case, does she fix the demographic issues that Joe Biden, or frankly the Democrats?
Who did Kamala Harris announce as her running mate? You guys know?
Kamala Harris is supposedly going to bring all the black voters who have ditched the Democrats as of late back to the party. Well, again, the narrative is.
And why do we feel like it's going to be Hillary Clinton or AOC?
Might just be a little bit guys exactly what I mean by that. We got some stuff to get into. So
Nope, he's gonna go back with me, and then he's got a birthday party with friends, and then I gotta bring him back again. I'll have some money on like sometime between the 28th and the 1st. So.
Okay, so first of all, say I'm so happy to see a woman run as the president, and I'm grateful for that. However, does that mean I was going to send Stephen the title right again? Because everyone's talking about, oh, let's use the president, let's use the black vote, and they get the black vote and nothing changes. And when I say nothing, I mean our education system. Our children are suffering in New York City public schools.
Definitely not staying in the apartment permanently.
My brother's paraplegic. He got hit by a drunken driver. It's very hard for him to get services.
Nope.
And I understand that they allow the migrants to come in, but
I'm gonna try to either get an apartment here, like maybe a studio. I'm just opening my options. Josh and I are gonna try to maybe buy a house together so we can keep Elliot in one place. But like a lot of things have to fall into place for that. So it's just like that's kind of like the hazy image in the distance, you know? And so that just opened up a bunch of options for me when it comes to like what I could do to get me the fuck off of that property right now. But I had my lawyer has been trying to get a hold of her, and she says that she hasn't received a single call and that she has perfectly working voicemail. And that if hold on, she's something. She's like, I haven't missed any calls, but he can email me, you know, whatever. And I was like, well, okay, I'll send him your email. But if you could call him, you know, here's his number and here's his name, that would expedite everything. And she's like, expedite what exactly? And I'm like, the process. And I was like, well, he's going to try to help us to get this taken care of so that we can both move on with our lives, or he's going to help me initiate a forced sale. That's the thing. So we need to talk to you so that we can either move forward with our agreement or start moving forward on a forced sale. And so she goes, well, I'm not interested in selling. I just need to come up with the money. You know, I'm sorry, it's not fast enough for you. But if you want, your lawyer can email me with any questions. And I was like, yeah, so I'm not coming off snotty or bitchy at all in my tone, but a forced sale is a forced sale. It's forced. And she's like, well, I have done my DEW, she spelled it due diligence on what it takes, and it would cost you way more money to do that than the money I even offered you. And I was like, well, so you should probably talk to my lawyer, like I said, so we can understand where we're at. I'm perfectly fine with the expenses that my lawyer has quoted me. And I told her, it's only expensive in the case of divorces and separation of like entire lives. And my lawyer told me specifically what he thinks that it will cost. And so I am perfectly fine with proceeding with that cost. That's not very much. I will still get double what she offered me. So she goes, a forced sale is not possible. You can't separate the property. And, you know, like she's writing a long thing telling me about the laws that she thinks she knows. And then she was like, oh, so if you want to follow through with our agreement, you know, we can do a payment plan. I'm not going to do a payment plan with her. Are you kidding me? She would never pay me, although that might be in my benefit considering I have a lawyer now. I will mention that to my lawyer. And then she said, you know, did you move or whatever? And I was like, nope, I didn't move. And I was like, yeah, I know the land cannot be partitioned. That is definitely in the title. But because I am 50% owner of the property with rights of survivorship, I can force the sale. Meaning the entire land sells and we split the cost. And she was like, okay, well, I'm not here to debate. You will have to educate yourself on how the title reads. I have a number of people, but you do what you need to. And I was like, well, I guess you could talk to my lawyer and inform him of the laws, I guess. We won't have a debate at all if you answer his call or call him ahead of him trying to call you again. And she said, if you're declining my offer, just let me know. And I was like, if you'd talk to my lawyer, we'd be able to proceed. Just like I said above, if you reach out to my lawyer in the morning, it can expedite this process. He can help us get it done, officiate our agreement, or I can just move forward with the forced sale. And she's like, that's not how it works. And I'm not going to educate your lawyer. I don't trust him one bit, in my opinion. And I don't trust them, lawyers. She doesn't trust lawyers one bit, in her opinion. And I was like, well, he's a manifestation I prayed for, so we shall see, I guess. She knows that she did not reply to that at all. She did not reply to he's a manifestation because she knows. She knows. She knows. She fucking knows. She knows how she got that property. She 1000% fucking knows. More than anyone in this entire world, that bitch knows how I manifest shit. Okay? And maybe like I'm down in my dumps right now and like shit's really hard, but that doesn't mean I'm still not manifesting every single fucking day. I still manifest enough money to come up with like whatever it is that I have to, like my son has a need. And like, I just found $5 in my wallet. I didn't know I had that $5, but he wanted it. I wanted to do it for him and it was there, and you know, great things happen. So like little things happen all the time to show me that I am doing the things that God has asked me to do. I feel like if God was disappointed with my behavior, wouldn't he have shown me by now? You know? And like the stuff that I go through here on this property, it is not because I'm not favored by God. It's because there's like really important fucking lessons that I have signed up to learn. I asked for this. And while maybe I didn't ask for it to go this long, ultimately that's not in my power. I have to go through this process for some very important reason. It's extremely painful. It is extremely, I'm so tired of suffering. But I understand that it will, if I can just hang on to staying alive long enough to make it through the other side, then this will be like, I mean, like, you know, serious fucking magic shit. So I'm just trying my best just to keep holding on because, you know, one, my son, you know, like my son understands. And like, he said something to me this morning. He was like, Mom, I really don't like hearing you say things like that. And I was like, I understand. I completely understand. And I will not, I promise you that I will make a valiant effort to not allow myself to get into a headspace like that again. So I have to do what I have to do, you know, like obviously he does love me a lot more than I thought. I don't know why, but like, I guess because he literally picks on me a lot, I feel like he fucking hates me. You know what I mean? I feel like nothing I ever do is good enough. I feel like, you know, I bend over backwards to do so much to try to like get him into this position to have the best possible life path for him. Like what is going to suit him the absolute best. And I don't really like, obviously I want to be comfortable in general, but like, you know, I'm not out here trying to like get money to like get my nails and hair done and shit, like, or buy fancy cars. Like I literally just want to be financially secure enough so that I can just give my son a better life. That's literally it. I just want to be able to provide his needs. I want to be able to get him where he needs to be so that he can make friends and he can have as much of a life as he possibly can, because he fucking deserves that, you know? And it's disheartening to always have to tell him like, sorry, baby, I'm sorry, you know, like maybe next time, maybe later. I'm sorry, I can't, I don't have the money, you know? And I like try to like, and I've tried many times to phrase things in a way like, absolutely, we're going to try to do this. We're going to figure it out. And like, and then it falls through, and then my son is disappointed double time. So like, it's just fucking Orly. Hey. You sound like a drill. You literally sound like a drill. It sounds like the neighbors. We're drilling into drywall. It's coffee. You can't have it. So Megan, that's like another thing that I have like tried to remind myself too, is that if I just take my life, then I've shown my son nothing, you know? And so one day I think that, you know, maybe he'll look back and he'll be like, whoa, dude, yeah, that really sucked. And my mom literally did everything, you know, that was so hard. And like, she wanted to die, but she didn't. She stuck it out. But, you know, it's difficult not having your basic needs met, like living in completely below your own personal standards and then having to like lower your bar, you know, of personal care. And that fucking hurts and it sucks, you know? I don't like that. And I'm tired of it now. And I don't know, like, genuinely, like, after this shit with my doctor, like yesterday, like I haven't like talked about it too much openly. I mean, I have told you guys or whatever, but like, you know, there's obviously like minutia that I haven't gone into. But like, you know, it's kind of a big deal. This situation with my heart. So like, I really have to take this all into account. My doctor kind of was like, Heather, she's like, you really need to get out of that living situation. She's like, you need to be able to care for yourself. You know, it's like you're like, it's gonna be life or death here soon, you know? Like it's getting to be one of those beginning symptoms, or like, you know, just like the shimmer of something that's going to materialize, you know? So I just want to like try, I don't know, I need to get out of that property, you know? I just need to get off that property. And I really just don't have anywhere to go, like at all. At all. I don't have anywhere to go. Not immediately, you know, like it's like I've gotta, if it's gonna be here, it won't be here in this apartment most likely, because we can't, there's no way that all of our stuff would fit together in one place like that. In this small place. And like with the cat and the dog and Josh, just, it wouldn't, for a couple days here and there, it's okay, but like not for prolonged time. And so we would be like seriously fighting like bad, you know, and it would ruin all of our hard work if we were stuck in a situation like essentially like me and Elliot are stuck in, but now it's, you know, it's a man who's got, you know, autonomy, a grown man, you know. So I need to find like my own space somewhere. But the apartment here, it's kind of like the waiting list is kind of long. So I'm just thinking that maybe if like this is what I'm supposed to do, that, you know, it will easily flow, you know, or whatever. I don't know. Nothing's really going on, fugitive. Oh, YouTube sent me an email this morning. They gave me a free fucking pizza from Domino's. So it's been exactly 145 days since I monetized my account. And so I got a free pizza. and some limited edition YouTube neon light socks. But I can't get the links to click. Yay, it's working now. High Five Partner. In the email, you will find a unique 6-digit code to create your account and unlock all the partner perks. Create account. Unique code. Me. YouTube.com/@ sublimin. Heather. Reads. Almost there. Check your email. Right now my nose is running. High five. Verify email. Verify. Email verified. There we are. Damn it! The neon light sold out fast. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, they're going to send me more free shit soon. But I got a free pizza. Dang it, I can't believe it. I should have fucking done it first thing this morning, but the damn thing wouldn't let me. Oh. Let me add this one to my VIP. Oh, I also signed up. Ooh. My heart's fluttering. Anyway, so I signed up for this. It's called Impact or something like that. I gotta blow this. It's called like Impact, and like essentially it's the like company that big brands use to like sponsor and what have you, content creators and like link campaigns and stuff. So I guess I at some point tried to do some Walmart thing. I can't remember, maybe like a Walmart affiliate or something. And then I forgot about the whole thing. But then I was like, yesterday I sent an email to this company. I can't remember the name of it. It's something that a lot of content creators are sponsored by, and it's something that I actually have used in the past and do like. So I reached out to this company and to see if I could be sponsored by them, essentially. And then it got me onto this thing. I was like, oh, well, maybe I should just reach out to a couple of other companies because, I could be proactive. And so I was like, what is something that I would just really like, something that I absolutely use on a daily basis and I very much love, and I have actively paid for like years. There's only one thing, and that's Audible. So I looked to see if you could do it with Audible, and you can. So I'm gonna, I applied, or I followed the link to do the Audible thing, and it led me to this impact place. And so I did the thing, and then like filled out, and apparently I had never finished my account. I had signed up, but I had never actually gone through and filled out the marketplace application so that I could actually link with any companies or companies could link with me. So I went ahead and did that and got my thing verified or whatever. So that application process is like finishing up. It should take like 24 to 48 hours. Once that goes through, then I'll have kind of a better idea whether or not any companies will. And like the thing is that I would really be cool if just one company would sponsor me, and like cash, not just like free memberships or like a sample something, you know what I mean? So for something like Audible, that would be the easiest thing in the world for me to do. I love Audible. There's so many books that I could tell you guys to read, and you could get a freaking membership for free or whatever. So but anyway, so hopefully that will go through. But most importantly, I would really like if this other, honestly, I want to be able to use the product again. I don't want to have to pay for it because it's a little bit expensive for me, considering I don't have any expendable income. But I think it's only like $5. And I definitely know you get like 30 days for free when you first try it out. But dang it, man. I'm pretty sure that this coffee is caffeinated. The wildfires are bad. Hmm. Hmm. Where is that notification? Anyway, so yeah, I guess I'm done like stretching and stuff. Josh just texted here a second ago and said that they'll be back. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'll be back in like maybe, what time is it? I don't know. I'll be back in like 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. I love you.